Hello, today we are going to do a tutorial on the website starfall.com. This website allows you to click on specific letters, such as the letter B, and see animations of this letter. This letter can give you sounds, it can give you pictures that represent that letter, and it also can give you words, such as B is for ball. An easy way to go back is clicking the X button, which brings you back to the home page of which you started. Another area of this website is the 1, 2, 3 button. The 1, 2, 3 button shows you numbers from 1 to 25, 1 to 50, or even numbers 1 to 100. Sometimes using the back button can get you back to the home page also. This website can focus on the arrangement and variation of student readers. You can have readers that are just beginning, which are your non-readers, and they're focusing on letters and letter sounds. Or you can also use your readers who are just getting started on the Learn to Read section. On the home page, there's also a section where you can click on the crayons. The crayons show you all the crayons that they possibly would use, which are really the basics, and it gives them the word and the color. Going back to the home page, now you can click on an actual number, and when you get on that number, such as clicking on the number 1, it will show you how to write the number 1. And it will say the number 1 for you. Listening and saying the numbers, you actually can point on the number and a little child comes up and says the word 1. And 1 will also show up in the corner. Then you get a nice little cartoon by clicking on the number, and it will say a simple sentence such as 1 jelly bean. And then you see the cartoon, which the children absolutely love because they get to see 1 jelly bean being eaten. But then there's a surprise, so just wait on it. What happened? Now there's more than 1. The kids love it when you hear all the jelly beans falling onto the plate. There's a green arrow in the corner in which you can click on too. And when you click on that arrow, then it shows you the number 1 represented in different ways. So now you've gone not just to knowing what it looks like, but using the number 1 in a sentence and seeing it represented with 1 tail, 1 penny, the number 1. And it also reads a sentence, a penny is 1 cent. Clicking on the green arrow will also lead you to another page which continues with the same number because there is now 1 planet. The children hear this and see the cartoon animations, and they get to hear and see the number 1. Pushing the X in the corner brings us again back to our home page. Sorry about that. But now you can focus on not just learning words by visualizing, but now you can even learn sign language. That is the 2 hands down at the bottom on the little gold button. When you click on that button, you now get a row of letters, such as the letter A. When you click on it, the character will say the letter A, but then sign the letter A. So you can possibly click on any letter you choose, like the letter P, and it shows you for sign language the letter P. And this goes on all the way through the alphabet. There's also a button down at the bottom. It's an ABC button. The students, once they get used to the website, will see that this ABC button not only sings the ABC song to them, but now they get to see this funny man. But guess what? It is actually a real person. It's no longer a cartoon character. When you click on the ABCs that are flashing in the corner, the man will begin to sing. He's not only singing, but he will begin to dance. and the kids think it's hilarious because now it's A is for alligator. You get words, you get letters, and they get motions to go along with it. One of the sneaky questions that I like to ask some of my children, and I guess it's not sneaky, but it's just to see if they're paying attention, how many kids are sitting there listening to the man do the funny actions and letter sounds while he sings the alphabet. Most kids are so focused on the man doing the alphabet that they usually forget and don't know. Pushing the X in the corner again will bring you back to the home page where you began. Starfall.com. This is the actual website that you can go to. This is what it looks like in the far right hand corner. Now, you are on the home page. You can see the full page. It has a variety of activities. It has activities to where the students can do poems. It has activities to where you can do letter sounds. It has activities, and it also has activities for teachers. The teachers get to see all different things that they can do with their students. Students can click on buttons, and now they are not just focusing on reading books, but now they are focusing on skills as well. They can play a game with a certain letter sound, then they can read a book, and then they can just narrow it down and just work on the skill. But whatever skill they are working on, it is repetitive and given inside the book or within the game. The green arrow key now on this page sends you back to the home page and once you started. So now you see all the letter blocks up front, and the students can choose another letter, or you can simply click on starfall.com and it brings you back to the home page, which most teachers like to use. This section right here is called It's Fun to Read, and it gives a variety of text. It doesn't just give books. Now your students are reading riddles, tongue twisters, doing different things. This is a sequencing activity to where the children get to make a magician. All kids love magic. So now they get to build their own magician. Clicking on the green arrow will help flip the pages of the book. It is just like flipping a book. The directions are given on the page for each game or activity that they need to do. And it tells them, to see what I can be, click on stars for me. So if you click on the star at the top, now you see that his hat is changing. You can click on the star at the bottom, and now he's going from pants to a genie. There's so many things you can do. At the end, he does a magic show in which all the kids stand up and clap and they cheer for what they have done. This is an activity that several of my students like to do. They spend a lot of time just making a magician. Now, we are back on the home page, and now you can do a section for your more independent readers who they are working very hard on being able to understand and comprehend stories. Now you're getting into the sections such as nonfiction. Nonfiction is an aspect in which first grade and other grades have very much difficulty with. You can click on nonfiction titles, you can click on fiction titles, and it takes them right to the book. What I like about it is it gives you an author, and it tells you it's for the earliest reader, which is your reader who may be having difficulty. But you can click on the words and the story is read to them, and they also get to see realistic pictures. You go back and you can click on starfall.com, which will take you back to the home page. Now that you're on the home page, you can click on the aspect that's in a blue little shape, and now you are not going with just literacy or reading activities. Now you can do some math activities. These activities are very fun because the students get to have some interaction with the website that they're working with. Teachers also can use this site and go to a section where now it talks about the curriculum. This is an area where all teachers need help or assistance in making sure that all the information that they are covering is helpful by using this website. Right now, this is talking about skills that line up with Common Core. This is the section in which you now have lesson plans that you can click on. Once you click on the lesson plan, now it'll give you a week 1 excerpt from possibly a teacher's guide. You can see all the many different things such as activities to do, word by word actual responses from teachers who have used this program. This is a very helpful skill when talking about different aspects of the curriculum which need to be covered, but sometimes it's hard due to time restraints. So using a website that covers many skills and not just one is very helpful when trying to assess students, trying to give them extra help, extra background knowledge that they need. There are also extra resources that students and teachers can go to and use. There is also a download center. On the download center, there are several activities and downloads that you can use. On this site, you can click on leveled readers, leveled activities. There is a variety of things and printouts that makes it easier for your teaching. There's also a section to where now you can go and choose books to print out. You can print them in black or you can print them in color. This is an activity section that I use quite often, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of teachers will use this section too. Working and participating with students, having hands-on activities makes it very easy for them to function and increase their level of reading. Now that we're back on the home page, you can see the whole website and all the things that it has to offer. The teacher section, the level books, the holiday selections, the math parts. What more can you ask for in a website that covers so many objectives, so many skills in just one spot? Time is always something that teachers often say they do not have enough of. But what more can you ask from one spot? I can't ask for anything else except for make sure that you use starfall.com for any of your educational needs.